Tried to call you back tomorrow, but the way you wrapped around me is a problem. Ain't nobody trying to save you. Baby, get that paper. Love, you gotta.
I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
All right, everybody, it's a beautiful hair challenge. Let your hair down in 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Stop scrolling! What I'm about to say is so important. I am Ghanaian, first generation born in America. And anytime my mother can gather enough money, she takes us back home so we don't forget our roots. And every time we go back, we go to the slave castles that are still standing there to this day. I recently went back in 2019, which is also the year of return, a great celebration for Black people. And as I stood outside of the slave castles, the exact place where they took my people and brought them here to cause them all this pain, I'm speaking to a man, and he says to me, as I tell him that I am American, damn, I see what they're doing to our people over there. They're killing us. It's so sad. Right in front of the same place they took us, he sees this. That's still going on today. So I want you to know that Africa is watching. They see this. They see the injustice. They see what's happening. But often we can't do anything because we're still oppressed by the same people. It was only 50 years ago they were free from the British and the French. Though they can't do, they see.
Everybody's posting their protest outfits and I'm posting mine. I wear my frat shirt and I wear my law school shirt. Because if the police kill me, I'll be damned if they paint me on the news as a thug. Hey guys, I have 2 requests. If I die from the police, for the love of God, don't Photoshop me in the clouds. And please don't let a light skin play me in the movie.
Listen, Black Lives Matter.
Translation, Black Lives Matter.
Be nice, be kind, love. Watch me, Mommy. Watch me.
Watch me, mommy.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey baby, I know that sometimes this fight for justice can feel discouraging and exhausting, and sometimes it makes you question whether or not your voice actually matters, but I wanted to give you all some updates in case you haven't heard already. All 4 of the officers involved in George Floyd's murder have been arrested and are being charged, one with second-degree murder and the rest with aiding and abetting of that murder. Minneapolis Public Schools and the University of Minnesota have decided to end their contracts with the Minneapolis Police Department. The state of Minnesota have opened up a civil case against the Minneapolis Police Department, opening up over a decade's worth of cases of misconduct and racially charged policing. Bail funds across the country have been flooded with support they can use beyond the current moment. Our protests and our riots have further exposed the incompetence and the use of excessive force in our police departments. By no means am I saying that the fight is over. Breonna Taylor's murderers still have not been arrested. Police still need to be defunded, but I hope that this is a second win for some of us. Know that your voice matters, that what we're doing, our methods are working.
Hey baby. As most of y'all know, we're stepping into Pride Month. And this is a reminder for all of my fellow LGBTQ plus fam and allies that Pride would not be possible without riots. It is due to the bravery of protesters and rioters and leaders like Marsha P. Johnson, a Black trans woman that paved the way for all of us today. And if you consider yourself a supporter of Black Lives Matter and your Black lives does not include all Black lives, including the Black lives in the LGBTQ plus community, then sis, we are not fighting the same fight. Walking around like, I love all Black people except those Black people over there. Got a lot of y'all looking real yuck. So happy Pride Month. Let's celebrate by returning to our roots and remembering how all this started. Have a wonderful day, lovelies.
If you have opened your mouth to say that the riots are not what MLK would have wanted, I honestly can't disagree with you. I didn't know the nigga. But since you apparently did, I hope that in the same breath that you are acknowledging that Dr. King was the one who said that he would do everything he could to keep his protests nonviolent, but that riots were inevitable when people go unheard for too long. You best be quoting your good friend Martin when he said near the end of his life that the old optimism he had in the civil rights movement was a little superficial and needed to be tempered by a solid realism in the face of America's commitment to devaluing black lives. That his principles of nonviolence were based in practicality and morality. And if you ask me, to have a moral argument, you need to be able to trust that your opponent has a moral compass. I wish that I could hear what Dr. King would have to say about the riots today, but I can't because he was murdered by the US government for being too dangerous to who? To what? The white supremacist infrastructure that this entire country was built upon.
Hey Mila, who should we vote for in November?
I'm Santa.
So close.
Alright baby, let's talk riots. First of all, if you've been saying that the riots delegitimize the movement and you are A, non-black, therefore removed from centuries of anti-black oppression, B, only talk about injustice when it is convenient or popularized, or C, spend more energy bemoaning the riots than you did the actual deaths of Ahmaud, of Breonna, of George, then it is not the movement but your opinion that has been delegitimized. Next caller. Second of all, there are multiple accounts that the people who are actually instigating these riots have been a combination of paid agitators, overzealous cop intervention, and white anarchists. There's an overwhelming number of protesters that are risking their lives to put out fires, to give medical aid to people who need it and protect them from police and others who would use this for their personal gain. Also, can we talk about the fact that during a worldwide pandemic involving a respiratory disease, the police are still using tear gas and mace to dispel crowds? Also, hello, do we not remember the riots in the 60s and the 90s and how everyone said that there would be more riots if things did not get better in America? Do you not remember after every time y'all stole a black life from us that we said things are going to get worse? The only thing y'all like to play more than devil's advocate is the fool.
Did you really forget that Black History Month is a thing?
That's it? Yeah, that's it. And this will make me TikTok famous. Yeah, for some reason they like it when it comes out of your mouth and not mine.
You don't know fear until your parents' car pulls up to the driveway and you realize you haven't done those dishes or taken the meat out of the freezer. So I was just thinking, you know how African parents swear they walked 10 miles to school, fought off 8 bears and lions, and swam through an ocean to get to class every day and still remain the top of their class? They were number 1. If half of them went to the same exact schools, who was actually number 1 in their class? Because you say you're number 1, but Uncle Kovner also said he was number 1, and y'all both went to the same school and were in the same class. Who's lying? I wish I was a snake so I could shed the thing they fear. I wish there was a way to make my blackness disappear. I wish there was a way my people weren't seen as a threat. I wish we could be ourselves without them needing to fret. I wish there was a way I could stop them from being violent. I wish there was a way I could make all the hatred silent. I wish there was a way I could bring them back, because the only crime they ever committed was being black. I wish there was a way to bring peace to their families. I wish I could apologize for the display of inhumanity. I wish this was the last time that we'd have to cry. I wish black mothers could sleep without fears their kid might die. I wish I could feel the pain and get rid of the numbness. I wish this was the time we'd finally get our justice.